Good evening. My name is Ava Mohan, and I am the senior class president. At this time, will everyone please rise for the presentation of colors, the Pledge of Allegiance, the Texas flag, and our national anthem. Clear Falls men, please remove your mortarboards. Presenting the colors this evening are cadets from the Clear Falls Mighty Knights JROTC program. Please join me in reciting the United States and Texas Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Family, friends, teachers, staff, and you, my classmates, it is my great honor and privilege to welcome you all to the Challenger Columbia Stadium, where we have all gathered tonight for the 2022 commencement ceremony for Clear Falls High School. I would like to take a moment to introduce the class officers for the class of 2022 seated on stage with me tonight. Please stand as I call your name. Vice President Desmond Ajay. Secretary Bo Kelly, who is seated amongst us next to his twin brother. Treasurer Ella Neighbors. Historian Sarah Tomlinson. To my fellow class officers, I say thank you for the hard work and faithful service you have given to each of our classmates for the class of 2022. Finally, I would like to take a moment to thank some special people here tonight. Teachers, staff, counselors, and administration of Clear Falls High School, thank you for your dedication and unending love and support for the class of 2022. To our parents, families, friends, and loved ones, without your unwavering love and support, we wouldn't be here tonight. You provided us with a safe place to grow and spread our wings, so thank you. As we gather today in Challenger Columbia Stadium, we pause to remember the astronauts who perished on both the Challenger and Columbia space missions. Many of these astronauts also served their country in the military. These brave men and women all served their country with pride, honor, and courage. Graduates, if you have committed to serve in any branch of the military, please stand and be recognized. At this time, we would also like to ask that all men and women in the audience who are currently serving or have served in any branch of the military, please stand so that we may honor your service to our country. Thank you. Please be seated. I have the great privilege of introducing the current and newly elected members of the Clear Creek Independent School District Board of Trustees. Audience, please hold your applause until all names have been read. Joining us on stage tonight, current Board President, Mr. Jay Cunningham. Current Vice President, Mr. Arturo Sanchez. Current Trustee, Mr. Scott Bowen. Newly elected trustee, Ms. Jessica Cheka. Current trustee, Mr. Jonathan Cottrell. Current trustee, Mr. Jeff Larson. Because our ceremony honors the school experience from kindergarten through 12th grade, I would like to bring notice to the principals of the pre-K through 12 community who are joining us on stage tonight. Principals, please stand so that you may be recognized. It is also my honor to recognize and thank our district leadership from the Education Support Center. Please stand and be recognized. At this time, it is with great night pride that we acknowledge the members of the Clear Falls High School leadership team and our teachers and staff. We know that you have all played an integral part in our journey to get to this moment. Counselors, principals, teachers, and staff, please stand and be recognized. Now please welcome to the podium our principal, Mr. Paul House.
Thank you, Ava. Good evening, parents, grandparents, family, friends, CCISD trustees, and fellow educators. I'd like to welcome you here tonight as we celebrate the Clear Falls High School class of 2022. Before we go further, I'd like to take an opportunity to recognize all our teachers. They have remained steadfast in their support of educating children in some very trying times. If you are a teacher at Clear Falls or any other school, would you please stand to be recognized? Teachers, thank you for your dedication to our children. Seniors, congratulations. Welcome to your moment. You are the class of 2022. We are proud of what you have accomplished, from the classroom to the performance halls, the playing courts to the sporting fields. You have set a standard that will be hard to match. It's easy to see that you have stood out during this chapter of your life. Now it's time to open a new door. Seniors, as I pondered what has defined your high school journey and what is to come, I kept coming back to a line of poetry by Ralph Waldo Emerson. In it, Emerson writes, "Live in the sunshine, swim the sea, drink the wild air." Let's look at each of these bits of wisdom. In the spring of 2020, we were forced inside and away from each other. During that time, we saw a heavy negative impact on our school and other relationships. Suddenly, we were more separated than most of us had ever experienced. We lost time with family and friends. Our familiar routines and celebrations were abruptly halted. Yet tonight, we gather again. And there are celebrations and gatherings all across our country. My point of bringing this up is that you should not take these moments for granted. Seniors, cherish the time you have, celebrate, and live in the sunshine. And class of 2022, it's important to know that you will certainly face storms throughout your life. Hopefully none tonight. You may be sailing along in smooth waters when suddenly, with no warning, the seas become rough. Hard times are often difficult to predict. But know this, you are prepared to take on these storms. You have the strength and the skills to maneuver through the most treacherous seas. At times, you may have thoughts of pulling into the safe harbor to avoid the storms. But as Emerson says, swim the sea. You see, those storms and rough seas define you. They create markers in your life from which you can reflect on your growth. Take a breath, jump in, and swim. And last, Emerson challenges us to drink the wild air. It seems so often today we're buried in our technology. We stare across a black mirror into a world that's not really ours. A series of zeros and ones where a filter can make us anything we want. The irony in all this is, the more technology shrinks our world, the more distance it puts between us. I want to encourage you to drink the wild air. Disconnect, even for a moment, from the zeros and ones, and connect with your world, your family, your friends, and yourself. The stars are there for you to grab, but you have to look up to see them. Reach out, take a deep breath, and grab your dreams. Congratulations, class of 2022, And remember, it's a great day to be a knight. Please join me now in welcoming our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Eric Williams.
Good evening. Graduating seniors, tonight is a celebration of your amazing journey through the classrooms, halls, fields, performance stages, and playgrounds of Clear Creek ISD. And as I think about the many roads, routes, and detours it took you to get here tonight, I know that you each have a unique story to tell. Maybe you're a dreamer and a planner who crafted your route in kindergarten to get you where you are today. Perhaps you're a carefree explorer who took the scenic route and enjoyed every stop along the way. And maybe you're still actively dreaming, refining your interests, seeking adventure, and determining next steps. Whatever your story, the variety of your pathways reminds me of a Disney movie the year that you entered kindergarten. You may have never seen this movie or you may have forgotten it long ago, but Disney's Pixar Up told the story of Carl, who as a boy wanted to explore South America and find the forbidden Paradise Falls. As time passes and real life gets in the way of Carl's dreams, until one day, about 64 years later, Carl picks up his house using thousands of helium balloons and flies away to South America. Now, I won't spoil whether Carl ever makes it to Paradise Falls, but I will note that his story involves a flying house, a talking dog, and a large, very strange bird. Perhaps your story will be just as eventful. I think Carl would tell you that he learned that the journey of life, no matter how strange or how difficult it is at times, teaches one that life is precious. And I think he'd say to never forget the slogan of the explorer who inspired him: adventure is out there. So congratulations, Knights. We can't wait to see what adventures await you. Well done, class of 2022.
Thank you, Dr. Williams. It is my honor to introduce you, your next two speakers, your two highest-ranking seniors. The salutatorian of the class of 2022 is the daughter of Patty and Kevin Ferguson. This fall, she will attend the University of North Texas, where she will major in computer science. She is a four-year superintendent scholar and has the prestigious distinction of being named a National Merit Finalist. This year's salutatorian, Miss Acadia Lynn Ferguson.
Good evening, fellow seniors, and greetings to our family, faculty, and friends. Thank you all for coming tonight to join us in celebrating the conclusion of our journey through high school. Though each of us has had our own unique journey with different obstacles and successes, we have all overcome them and are now here graduating. With our high school journeys ending, I would like to reflect on what has shaped us along the way by sharing this story. A 6-year-old girl squirms, bored, sitting in the middle school cafeteria with her parents and waiting for her brother's first orchestra concert to start. She scans through the crowd of beginners on stage when something catches her eye. It's taller than most of the students, and there's only one. She wonders at the beauty of the wooden instrument, its graceful curves gleaming in the stage lighting. She asks her parents what it is. That's a harp, they tell her. A harp, the girl wonders. She watches the instrument for the rest of the concert, listening for it through the mass of musicians. What she manages to hear only magnifies her awe. And after the music ends, the girl turns to her parents and says simply, "When I get to middle school, I'm going to play the harp." And so I did. Despite how small this experience was, it would shape the coming years of my life. It shaped who would be around for me to befriend. It shaped what would fill my time and my priorities. It shaped what skills I would develop, including the confidence that lets me give this speech today. We all have those seemingly insignificant events that end up being integral to who we are. The random passing fancy of a little kid, the chance meeting with your future best friend, some TV episode that taught a valuable lesson. And for the most part, we never realize what moments were so influential, especially not at the time. Many of these moments wouldn't have been important by themselves, but just as one bee doesn't gather that much nectar itself, the whole hive is able to make masses of honey. Thus, the moments add up, gradually reinforcing and enhancing the minuscule effects that the first one had. I don't even remember this concert, only what my parents have since recalled when people asked how I decided to play the harp. But I stuck with my dream and somehow convinced my parents that I was serious. So they pushed me to practice, found me a private lessons teacher, and even bought me my harp. Through this journey and all the others that filled my life, they were there to cheer for me and to push me along. as were all my teachers, my friends, my brother. Thank you to all of those who helped me along and to those who helped any of us through this journey. And finally, congratulations to all my peers. We've made it this far. Now to see what coming moments will continue to shape us.
Our highest ranking graduate is the daughter of Jennifer and Will Folds. Next fall, she'll be pursuing a degree in biomedical engineering at the University of Texas at Austin. She is a four-year superintendent scholar and a National Merit Commended Scholar. The valedictorian of the class of 2022, Miss Bailey Renee Folds.
Good evening, graduates and loved ones. It truly is an honor to get to speak with you tonight, as I feel privileged to have become friends with many from this graduating class. Over these 4 years, I had a lot of late nights, but not the kind you would traditionally expect. My late nights were spent on campouts, exploring with Troop 849 by the light of a headlamp. I fell in love with helping those younger than me, whether it was a collapsed tent in a raging storm at 3 a.m., or a cut from an adventure that needed some patching up with some first aid skills. I learned how to nurture sparks into roaring fires despite unforgiving conditions, and I discovered passions I knew I wanted to develop for the rest of my life. I wanted to continue to help others, and I knew I wanted to pursue that in my future career. And while I fanned that spark and many others during these 4 years, I noticed my classmates developing their own sparks as well. And as I searched to find common descriptors of our class, besides the goal we worked tirelessly for tonight, the one commonality I consistently noticed was that we all seemed to have that spark, something that made us unique and something that made our eyes light up with joy when we spoke of it. Our passions were so unique and varied, and few wavered even when faced with difficulty. I rarely saw my classmates quit pursuing their passions, even if it meant we lost a little sleep. Our class consists of student athletes, student leaders, and students with fascinating hobbies from sailing to climbing to singing. And I always appreciated that I never had to trade in my cleats, my camping gear, and my paintbrushes in order to pursue my academic goals. At Falls, students are encouraged to pursue both their educational goals and their passions, and I feel that that makes our school unique. We did not have to sacrifice success in one passion for success in another. These 4 years of high school reinforced a belief within me that there is nothing more fulfilling and enjoyable than pursuing a passion that one loves. It was proven on my backpacking trips, it was proven during soccer practices, and it was proven in the classroom by my classmates. It was proven by all of the wonderful teachers here at Clear Falls, from Miss Gettner to Miss Hurley to Miss Makepeace to Miss Wagner, Mr. Height, and Mr. Tran, and many, many others, including all those in CCISD. It was proven by my soccer coaches, who gave me the opportunity to be a part of the amazing Lady Knights soccer team without sacrificing my other goals. Pursuing my goals and nurturing those sparks was always been encouraged by my grandparents, my mom and dad, and my sister. My dad drove me to faraway places in the dead of the night so I could be where I needed to be the next morning in order to achieve my goals. And when I would come to the point of exhaustion, my mom was always there with a warm hug and words of advice, even when she was exhausted too. Thank you, Mom and Dad. High school was a structural environment with built-in support where we truly could explore and find those sparks. We had the opportunity to explore and experiment with the curriculum we explored. And we had chances to learn from our failures. Even on damp and dreary days, there was always a chance to ignite a new passion. But after tonight, there is no longer a predetermined path. From tonight on, we no longer share a similar endpoint, the goal of graduation. Graduation is both the ending of our standardized educational journeys and the beginning of the wildly different and unique paths of our adult lives. From tonight on, we no longer have restraints and guidelines. We are able to choose what we want to pursue and how we go about it. My hope for our class as we go off into the world is that we are all pursuing what we love, whether it's a field of study, serving our country, an adventure, a hobby, a job, and that we are happy in those pursuits. We will have the ability to kindle those discovered sparks into full-on flames, and I have no doubt that the Clear Falls class of 22 will put the effort in to make that happen. Because wonderful, amazing advances are made by the passionate and by those who find joy in what they do. And I have no doubt that we will reflect that. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Bailey. Dr. Williams, would you please join me at the podium? Dr. Williams, I hereby certify that these students have successfully completed the course of study at Clear Falls High School as prescribed by the state of Texas. In addition, they have satisfied all of the graduation requirements as stipulated by the Board of Trustees of the Clear Creek Independent School District.
Mr. House, I accept your certification and hereby declare these students as graduates of Clear Falls High School and the Clear Creek Independent School District with all of the pertinent honors, rights, and privileges.
To help ensure that every family has the opportunity to hear their student's name read, we ask that you refrain from using air horns, whistles, noisemakers, and remain seated in the bleachers for the entire ceremony. We appreciate your cooperation.
I'm good.
At this time, we are ready to begin the distribution of diplomas. Our first graduate tonight, your valedictorian, Bailey Renee Folds, summa cum laude. Salutatorian, Acadia Lynn Ferguson, summa cum laude. Class President, Ava Maud Muhan, summa cum laude. Class Vice President, Desmond Yao Ajay, summa cum laude. Class Treasurer, Eleanor Leslie Neighbors, summa cum laude. Class Historian, Sarah Marie Tomlinson, magna cum laude.
Elzer Gamaliel Abak Adjun. Amari Xavier Abdullah. Dylan Ray Acosta. Brady Michael Adams. Kendall Avery Adams. Brianna Diane Alberto, summa cum laude. Madeline Elise Alcala, cum laude. David Alexander Cal Alcal, magna cum laude. Danita Lachey Allen. Joseph Patrick Allen. Taylor Renee Allison. Maya Rebecca Alon, summa cum laude. Lamis Aked Al Rana, magna cum laude. Ruben Alejandro Alvarado, cum laude. Carla Alejandra Alvarez Perez. Michael Ryan Stewart Amison. Romeo Giovanni Anderson Bott. Samara Shante Adwana Antwi. Cortland Christopher Anzaldua. Robel Goidam Araya. Jackson Ray Aronowitz. Evan Canute Alakson. Anna Lyra Aubin. Andrew Kinnick Ang, summa cum laude. Zaki Faud Azim. Julian Armando Baca. Lauren Elizabeth Bailey, cum laude. Isabella Nicole Baldwin. Evan Robert Balmain. Andrea Lisbeth Baltiras Vargas. Luke Bodie Barnes. Sydney Camille Bassett. Kelly Victoria Bates, summa cum laude. Abia Batul. Blaine Richard Bod, summa cum laude. Grant Beard, magna cum laude. Sydney Alexandra Beasley. Freddie Gearson Benitez. Joseph Anthony Biagas, Jr. Brittany Anastasia Blevins. Krista Bose. Taylor Renee Boggs, summa cum laude. Timbrante Boga. Chase Maddox Bourgeois, cum laude. Brady Joseph Burke, summa cum laude. Justin Thomas Boykin, cum laude. Blake Banning Bradbeer, summa cum laude. Ethan Eli Bradford. Travis Gil Bragg, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Nicole Bridgeford. Tristan Michael Bridges. Mackenzie Claire Broussard. Nave Kiara Broussard. Show Marcus Brown, summa cum laude. Erica Bentley Bryant, summa cum laude. Aiden Ellis Bueno. Ethan Avery Bush.
Benjamin Seth Bushfield, cum laude. Katrina Lee Burns, summa cum laude. Stephen Matthew Burns, magna cum laude. Joshua Tovar Caballero. Sophia Christine Callahan, summa cum laude. Eamon Duane Callis. Alexander Isaiah Campos. Giovanni Andres Campos. Madison Mackenzie Kennedy Knowles. Amber Elizabeth Cantu, magna cum laude. Laura Lane Capelli. Riley Michael Carlton, summa cum laude. Fabiana Carlini, magna cum laude. Maximiliano Carrillo. Joseph Edward Carroll. Avery Elizabeth Cart, magna cum laude. Kayla Casarino. Daniel Carlo Castagna, magna cum laude. David Anthony Castiglione, summa cum laude. Camden Luke Castle. Leslie Arelli Castro. Hannah Grace Chambers. Archie Dean Chambliss. Etta Nilsson Misael Chan Paredes. Michael Cole Chandler. Christine Mary Aaron Chapman. Rosalind Jade Chappell, magna cum laude. Rosalind Jade Chappell, magna cum laude. Michelle Chavez. Michaela Renee Chavez. Laredo Robert Chavers. Ivan Chen, magna cum laude. Lance Michael Christensen. Samuel Thomas Cochia, cum laude. Madison Kennedy Nicole Coker. Nathaniel James Calling. Keemish Joshua Contreras. Andrew Garrett Cook. Kylie Jewel Corral. Hayden Daniel Coulson. Brady Philip Crabtree, cum laude. Connor Campbell Crane, summa cum laude. Devin Marie Crawford. Logan Crane. Seth Allen Creason. Nathan Carey Kreitz. Landon Chase Crocker. Caden Dara Cronin. Connor Sean Cronin. Aiden Quinn Crutherds. Sebastian Ernesto Cuellar. Connor Kritz Cullen, cum laude. Ileana Isabel Cumpian. Amaya Lucille D'Agostino. Alyssa Phelan Damian, magna cum laude. Evian Vu Dang, cum laude. Allison Leanne Davis. Ethan Riley Davis. Lance Lane Davis. Maya Maria Deemer, magna cum laude. Reagan Ashley DeJohn, summa cum laude.
Tatiana Isabella Del Pilar Hennessy, summa cum laude. Luke Dutton Del Toro. Christopher Isaac De Leon. Aspen Rain DeLucia, magna cum laude. Kennedy James Demers. Kylie Ann Denero, magna cum laude. Liana Adelie Diaz, cum laude. Matthew Renee Diaz. Caitlin Elizabeth Dorman. Keturah May Dowdell. Alton Lance Drake, summa cum laude. Jackson William Draper. Juliana Ray Dubček, summa cum laude. Benjamin Daniel Dunphy. Shay Quick Duport, magna cum laude. Riley Michael Durr. Alexis Marie Edmonds. Ella Grace Eager, summa cum laude. Aiden Daniel Elliott. Kara Elizabeth Ryder Elmore, summa cum laude. James Ryan Emanuel. Isaac Lane Allen Engelman. Tristan Ryan Engelstad. Maria Danielle Etheridge. Luke A. Everhart, cum laude. Andrew Carl Fales. Jackson Ryan Farley, summa cum laude. Olivia Grace Farrar, magna cum laude. Jeremiah Alexander Favila. Aiden Brock Fazioli, cum laude. Hannah Lisa Fialo, summa cum laude. Nathan Victor Fields. Shelby Lynn Filion. Brandon Harrison Fisher, summa cum laude. Hunter Ryan Flexig, summa cum laude. Jason Patrick Flynn, summa cum laude. Elise Grace Fontenot, summa cum laude. Tyler Wren Forbes, cum laude. Jonathan Ahizoje Forakik. Hannah Marie Forrest, summa cum laude. Haley Danielle Foster, magna cum laude. Isaac Parnell Frias. Justin Clyde Frith. Presley Summer Fruge. Linda Beatrice Fuentes. Tristan Michael Fulcher. Dean Jackson Fuller. Braden Kaylin Gage, cum laude. Emma Lee Gaines, summa cum laude. Joy Milad Galal Aziz Seidhom. Ariana Nicole Galvez. Andrew James Gammon. Alexis Ray Garcia. Adam Lee Garza. Alexander Stone Garza. Caleb Michael Garza. Cannon Blake Garza. Hannah Isabel Gellen, summa cum laude. Hayden Robert Garrick, magna cum laude.
Hosanna Gatas. Kaylee Irene Ginsberg. Jaden James Glassmeyer. Tristan Casey Lee Gleave. Savannah Elizabeth Glover. Ethan Andrew Gomez. Christian Manuel Gonzalez. Jordan Alyssa Gonzalez, cum laude. Carlos Daniel Gonzalez Suarez. Persephone Sierra Gonzalez. Ethan Michael Goodnight, magna cum laude. Cody Emerald Gouveia. Lance Nicholas Grant. Jaden Ann Graves, magna cum laude. Meadow Renee Greenville. Justin Greider. Shelby Nicole Griffin, cum laude. Kiwan Savoy Grismore. Cynthia Ruby Guerrero. Lady Arceli Gushadok, cum laude. Madeline Rose Guttaker, magna cum laude. Lindy Bryn Guthrie. Landon Joseph Hayden. Grace Itzel Halls. Jack Allen Hall IV. McKenna Catherine Hall. Joseph Allen Ham. Angel Harrow, cum laude. Dolores Harrow. Amanda Marsha Harrelson. Austin Lee Harrelson.
Hey, Austin. Hey, Cody. Hey, good morning.
George Barnes Harris III. William Nelson Dyer Harris Ryden, summa cum laude. Johnny Sue Hart, summa cum laude. Nathan Lloyd Hartsfield. Kylie Page Hatfield. Hayden Christopher Haug. Elliot Schrader Haas. Colin Everett Hayes, magna cum laude. Corey Gregory Hayes. Kristen Nicole Hayes. Cyrus David Henderson, magna cum laude. Julie Diane Henderson, magna cum laude. Estella Grace Hendricks. Casey Ruby Hernandez. Amelia Ann Herrera. Emma Marie Herrera. Carissa Lexi Hersher, summa cum laude. Paige Catherine Hessler, magna cum laude. Molly Catherine Hester. Samuel Joseph Hester. John Paul Hidalgo. Gabriella Hill, summa cum laude. Jaden Daniel Hill. Benjamin Edward Hobson, cum laude. Sarah Ann Holland. Madison Teresa Holm, summa cum laude. Lyndon Ellis Holmes, cum laude. Alexandria Jane Horn, cum laude. Lucas Paul Hornig, summa cum laude. Caitlin Marie Horton, summa cum laude. Mary Catherine Hosler.
Noah Jacob Howard. Andrea Olivia Howes, magna cum laude. Jaden Charles Hubbard. Lainey Michelle Hudenish, cum laude. Isabel Eileen Hudson. Audrey K. Hughes, magna cum laude. William Martin Hughes, cum laude. Roy Brandon Douglas Hunter III. Ryan William Huntley. Ryan Hunter Hurlbert, summa cum laude. Haley Celeste Hutchinson. Serenity Wynn, magna cum laude. Mason Davis Ali Ibrahim, summa cum laude. Takumi Andrew Ito. Daisy Gabriella Ikshop. Colin Andrew Jackson. Devin Trayvon Jackson. Nicole Brianne Jackson. Reed Christopher Jackson. Natalie Caitlin Jaramillo. David Hustle, magna cum laude. Gage Sloan Jeffcoat. Jada Capri Jeffrey. Jacob Allen Jenkins. Rafael Joseph Jimenez. Ari Brian Johnson. Arthur Wyatt Johnson. Kyler Raleigh Jones, summa cum laude. Ethan Richard Jones, summa cum laude. Peyton Lewis Jowers. Megan Renee Joyce. Clark Sailor Kane. John Michael Kearns IV, summa cum laude. Luke Allen Kearns. Joseph Anthony Keeler Jr. Vanessa Ann Keith, cum laude. Robert Paul Kelly Jr., cum laude. Carter Joseph Kelly. Annabelle Kimberling, cum laude. Dylan Michael Kent. Ethan Andrew Key. Diala Kayat. Logan Dane Wyatt Kilger. Riley Scott Kindred. Aubrey Carol Kirkpatrick. James Herbert Nightstep V. Anaya Marie Knox. Paris Jade Koch, cum laude. Angelina Caper Galvan. Dominic Thomas Konwinski, summa cum laude. Gabriela Husnara Kraus, magna cum laude. Samantha Elizabeth Krieger. Luke Reiner Cronenfeld. Tyson John Kumar Mizir. Jamie New Laberton, summa cum laude. Danya Lacorum, cum laude. Pat Nari Lalit Patadanuat, magna cum laude. Dominic Van Lam. Trent Matthew Landenberger. Colton James Lasota. Olivia Nicole Laurel.
Mackenzie Cecilia LeBlanc. Felicitas Ernesta Leal, magna cum laude. Caleb Mikhail Livings. Joseph Antonio Lee. Sigourney Yvonne Lee, summa cum laude. Victoria Elizabeth Lenertz. Parker Ann Leopard. Hope Renee Leskowitz, summa cum laude. Faithlin Nicole Lavelli, cum laude. Andy Hong Lee, summa cum laude. Connor Lee Lyle, cum laude. Catherine Rosillo Linan. Haley Villette Lister. April Aries Yanis. Gabby Reese Lockett. Brody Hilton Long. Nathan Ripley Long, magna cum laude. Ian Noel Longton. Austin Travis Loper. Caleb Houston Loper. Laura Natsumi Lopez. Rebecca Renee Liverente, summa cum laude. Angelica Marie Lozano. Luca Lucero, summa cum laude. Dominic Emilio Luna. Evangeline Grace Luna, summa cum laude. Brooke Ryan Lucier. Blade Cole Lucier. Lillian Irene Lind. Carly Michelle Mabry, magna cum laude. Michaela Renee Mack. Stephanie Renee Maddox, magna cum laude. Alyssa Marie Magana. Samuel Blaine Maida. Sullivan Travis Major, summa cum laude. Zion Daquan Mallory. Austin Grant Malone. Gage Michael Malloy. Kayla Nicole Mann, summa cum laude. Jackson Lane Mann. Salim Mardini.
Which one? Nothing. I can't do anything until.
Which name am I going back to? We're good, we're live. Which name? Kayla Nicole Mann, summa cum laude. Jackson Lane Mann. Salim Mardini, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Grace Marsh. Emily Guadalupe Rita Martin, magna cum laude. Kira Gabrielle Martin, summa cum laude. Maya Alexis Martin. Hannah Catherine Maston. Brandon Eugene Matamoros. Sarah Michelle Matek, magna cum laude. Alexander Sho Matthews. James Rex Mays. Andrew Stephen Mayer. Cade James McCaffrey, magna cum laude. Abby Lorraine McIntyre. Laith Curtis McGee. Jessica Angeline McLaughlin, cum laude. Shannon Marie McLean. Ronald Lee McMeans. Grayson Anthony Mead. Marissa Kinley Medellin. Corbin James Meeks. Esau Mendoza Jr.
Julio Mendoza Jr. Adriana Trinity Angeline Mendoza. Alexander Scott Michelle, cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Milburn. Priscilla Spalding Milhauser. Nevaeh Rain Milliken. Chance Edward Milton. Derek Price Minshew. Katie Jean Mobley. Andrew David Montero. Maggie Grace Moody, cum laude. Colby Wayne Moon, cum laude. Max Austin Moore. Perry Ann Moore, magna cum laude. Noah Gabriel Moreno. Brianne Morgan. Mackenzie Nicole Morris. George Edward Muckleroy III. Aida Carmi Munoz. Jude Alejandro Munoz. Yoandra Munoz. Owen Calloway Munson. Chloe Elizabeth Murray. Aubrey Nicole Musquiz. Jet Reese Myers, summa cum laude. Isabella Nagata Muellner. Anshita Sujith Nair, summa cum laude. Eric Felipe Navarro Maldonado, cum laude. Nosipo Lungiwe Nabala. Molly Noel Neely. William Peter Nelson. Brennan Conlon Hugh Wynn, magna cum laude. Christopher High Wynn. Casey Mai Wynn, summa cum laude. Tyler Jason Norcross, summa cum laude. Grace Elizabeth Norris. Thomas Grant Norsworthy, summa cum laude. Mason Nolan. Isaiah Keith Nunn. Amanda Ochoa, magna cum laude. Jamie Olade Odina. Heather Georgina O'Donnell, cum laude. Kevin Edward O'Donnell, summa cum laude. Shannon Elizabeth O'Donnell, summa cum laude. Dylan Ray Olson. Tyler Robert Olson. Chandler Sarah Rose Opliger. Mackenzie Grace O'Rourke. Audrey Janelle Orasco. Jaylene Ortiz. Sonia Angelique Ortiz, summa cum laude. Whitney B. Osment. Jenna Lane Pace. Eduardo Jesus Pedron. Olivia McCall Hagel. Chase Andrew Paradis. Mackenzie Elizabeth Parrish, magna cum laude. Stephen Jace Parks. Fraser William Patterson. Seth Chase Pavlou. James William Peavy.
Danielle Ashley Pennycuff. Alexis Perez. Grant Christian Peterson. Tyler Reed Peterson, summa cum laude. Jaron Reese Peterson. Tracy Pham. Jasmine Wing Pham, magna cum laude. Brandon Chase Ferris. Taya Ayana Pierre. Fabian Alberto Pineda. Daniela Lorena Pinzon Jimenez. Frederick Carrazzo, Jr. Landon Ray Plant. Lucas Riley Pons, cum laude. Sierra Dawn Porter. Angelo Diego Postel. DeAndre Jaquan Powell. Alan Keone Mason Power. Kira Marie Pratt, summa cum laude. Lillian Ophelia Pratt. Draylon Rashad Proctor. Asia Nicole Pooley. Lindsay Kate Putman. Naya Elizabeth Na Akabikwe, magna cum laude. Jared Anson Scott Quirk. Danilo Jesus Ramirez Monasantos, summa cum laude. Lauren Catherine Randall. Alexis Ruth Rainey, magna cum laude. Eric Christopher Rangel. Abigail Michelle Raymer, cum laude. Joseph Samuel Reed, cum laude. Carter Howard Renfro, cum laude. Christopher Logan Richard. Caleb Jerron Richardson, magna cum laude. Lauren Michelle Ricky, magna cum laude. Carlos Ramon Abel Rodriguez, summa cum laude. Dylan Trevin Rodriguez. Mariana Damaris Rodriguez, summa cum laude. Danila Angelina Rosario, cum laude. Nicholas Parker Ross. Abigail Lynn Russell, summa cum laude. Ashley Marie Russell, summa cum laude. Kira Elizabeth Russell, summa cum laude. Paige Lauren Russell. Gabrielle Elise Russ, summa cum laude. Alexis Paige Rabisky. Ethan Gabriel Sines. Morgan Nicole San Luis. Sean Alejandro Salas, magna cum laude. McKenna Faith Sampson, cum laude. Carlos Eduardo Sabia Magallanes. Jessica Sky Schellenberger, summa cum laude. Aiden Lee Chino. Trista Catherine Shuey. Clayton Paul Schisler. Jaden Lorenz Smith. Jessica Dawn Schneider, summa cum laude. Avery Colleen Scott, cum laude. Brooke Anna Scott.
Bailey Renee Setter. Ella Renee Shaw. Laura Isabella Shelfer. Nicole Hannah Sherfield, summa cum laude. Aiden Christopher Silva, magna cum laude. Brandon Len Silva. Matthew Ryan Silva, magna cum laude. Bailey D. Sim. Kaylee Marie Sim. JC Ann Marie Simmons, magna cum laude. Ashley Grace Sisson. Michaela Olivia Skackenby. Mackenzie Elizabeth Skinner, cum laude. Hannah Ashlyn Slobodnik, cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Slobodnik, cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Smedstad, magna cum laude. Piotr Yerza Shmeya, cum laude. Jacob Paul Smith. Davion Diophis Dalvin Smith. Kayla Marie Smith, summa cum laude. Cadence Brianne Smith. Keaton Tyler Smith. Rebecca Lynn Smith. Tamaya Janae Smith. Jenna Elizabeth Snell. Cameron James Snodgrass. Brenda Maritza Sante, cum laude. Madeline Alejandra Soto. Jessica Ray Sowers. Dylan Jaden Standridge. William Coy Steen. Shelby Lane Steger. Tallulah Lacey Stevens, magna cum laude. Jackson Peter Stewart. Mackenzie Nicole Stewart. Parker Lewis Stewart. Ryan Renee Stewart. Kylie Ray Strickland. Cannon Dane Strong, magna cum laude. Molly Julia Sutton. Alexa K. Swearinga, cum laude. Reagan Marie Tate, summa cum laude. Ryan Bascom Talley. Ray Kyle Tallman. Ivana Mercedes Teada, summa cum laude. Colton Everett Turpening, summa cum laude. Ethan Brock Terrell. Brenton Steele Thomas. Cade Nicole Thomas. Marissa Gabrielle Thompson. Peyton Michael Thompson. Madison Jean Thorpe, summa cum laude. Jo Myathu. Angela Rochelle Tolbert. Alicia Denise Torres, magna cum laude. Paula Antonella Torres, magna cum laude. Tristan James Touchstone. Michael Mikey Tran. Nathan Viet Tran. Timothy Dean Tran, summa cum laude. Cameron Lee Tressler, cum laude. Noella Nicole Trevino.
Braden James Trier, cum laude. Janila Janae Tucker, cum laude. Elijah Ryan Turner. Everly Tess Rain Turner, magna cum laude. Madeline Grace Turner, cum laude. Fatima Saida Ulla, summa cum laude. Sophia Alexandria Ustoy. Kara Emily Vitus, summa cum laude. Hayden McKenna Varley, magna cum laude. Bailey Victoria Vela. Natalie Nicole Vera. Luke Alfio Vidal. Sophia Nicole Villagomez. Kaylee Faith Villarreal. Amit Singh Virk, cum laude. Matthew Anand Vogel, summa cum laude. Reed Donovan Volness, summa cum laude. Kaylee Elaine Voss. Dakota Shea Wagner. Rebecca Ryan Wagley, summa cum laude. Nova Gabrielle Wagner. Houston Johnny Wade. Caitlin Abigail Walden. Eva Marie Walker. Zachary Trent Walters. Logan Alton Ward. Zachary Trent Walters. Logan Alton Ward. Isabella Rose Wass. Avery Diane Watson. Samora Shanae Louise Watson. Cheyenne Marie Webster. Abigail Elizabeth Westerlin, cum laude. Raven Marie White, cum laude. Taryn Ann White. Cheyenne Nicole Whitlow. Aaliyah Chanel Wiley. Emma Grace Williamson, cum laude. Mark Stephen Wilson III. Cole Orrin Wilson, summa cum laude. George Towell Wilson, summa cum laude. Julian Gregory Wilson. Roman Michael Wilson. Harrison David Wyndham. Avery Lynn Wolfe. Sebastian David Walters, cum laude. Lauren Claire Woods, summa cum laude. Joshua Cross Wright. Andrew James Yarzi. Zachary Brighton Yazell. Isabel Spring Young, magna cum laude. Amna Savar, summa cum laude. Zain Ali Zaidi. Marissa Rose Zamora. Tristan Joseph Zarella. Natalie Ruth Zavora. Damon Ian Zaniga, magna cum laude.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would put your hands together once again for the class of 2022. At this time, I'd like to ask our senior members of the Clear Falls Choir to please make your way to the front.
Oh my God.
I think we're supposed to lock and sway.
Yeah, don't scream. The mics are kind of on.
Lock and sway.
Graduates, family members, friends, and special guests, please stand and join us as we sing our school song.
We stand for thee, O clear Falls high, hearts and voices raised in song, in praise of thee, O clear Falls high, green and black forever strong, valiantly we'll blaze the trail, loyal hearts will never fail, strength and wisdom will prevail for thee, O clear Falls
Seniors, there will be no recessional this evening. You will be released by district personnel with an announcement over the stadium PA system. You will be dismissed by your quadrant. Graduates, I commend you on earning your high school diploma. At this time, please move your tassel from the right side of your mortarboard to the left, signifying that you are now alumni of Clear Falls High School. Thank you all for attending. Congratulations, graduates.